Today I'm at Franny's farm in Leicester, North Carolina, and I'm meeting my friend Chris here, who is planting 360 okra plants. And we're gonna find out why is he planting that many okra plants. We're here at Franny's farm, and what's going on here, man? What are you doing?
Well, what am I doing? we are getting ready to plant 6 plants of 60 different varieties of okra. So that's going to be 360 plants total. So we're digging holes, amending soil, labeling them all so they don't get confused, and then just before the rain comes, we're going to get plants in the ground, and it's all going to be perfect. Okra as transplants. It's got like a crazy high, crazy long taproot. So it doesn't really start well as transplants. So you can see that I'm a little late getting them in the ground and some of them are starting to drop a little bit. It's because their taproot wants to be like this long when the top of the plant is this big. And I'm the opposite. I've got these tall tops and the roots haven't been allowed to go deep like they like to. So the sooner I can get them in the field, the better. It's interesting, like just looking at some of the early varieties, the blushing of this leaf is interesting because that's one of the few varieties that's doing that. A lot of like full red stem varieties, which is cool. We're doing it on Franny's farm because, and she's put me right next to the road, which is where all the weddings take place. And so she really likes the aesthetic quality of okra. A lot of people grow it as an ornamental as well.
So you have all these marked?
Yeah, so
labeled?
You can see the labels going down each row. 6 holes, a label, 6 holes, and label. Because it's an observational trial of lots of different varieties, I didn't want to bring any bias to it. So there's some varieties that I kind of like, I'm personally hopeful for, but I haven't grown before. It's all done with numbers. So I've got like a master list at home, but I couldn't tell you what number 32 is or what number 16 is.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So it's so that I can't go, like when I taste that okra, my brain wants it to be really good. But is it really good? I don't know. So no bias when I just use numbers. This is the first time this field's been planted, so the soil's pretty rough. Okra's a good crop for that. It doesn't mind the rough soil, and it's got really aggressive roots, so it'll break it up pretty well. But we are gonna drip irrigate. I am gonna put a little bit of biochar in there and a little bit of cow manure in each hole just to get that seedling off to a good start while it can throw out its root system.
How many, did you say how many varieties?
60 different varieties.
60?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been collecting varieties for about a year now. I have 180-ish varieties listed that are available in the USA. So this isn't even half of all the different varieties that I've got to experiment with. Yeah. This is just all I can manage in 1 year.
Now, why are you growing this? Why are you doing this?
So this is part of, I'm writing a book for Chelsea Green called In Defense of Okra.
And Chelsea Green is? Chelsea
Green's like a sustainable employee-owned publishing press up in Vermont.
Okay.
They publish like Sandor Katz's The Art of Fermentation, Elliot Coleman's The Four Seasons.
Oh wow, okay.
So some of these classic books,
Nice.
I love them as a publisher. A lot of my book collection is Chelsea Green, so I was pretty excited.
That's amazing, man.
When I got to write a book for them. And so it's a book that's exploring like all things okra, like all the different uses, all the awesome things about okra that are otherwise underappreciated, like eating the leaves and the flowers, and the seeds can be pressed for an oil or ground for a flour. So all these different things, as well as all the different pods.
Yeah.
And this is just an opportunity for me to grow a bunch of different heirloom varieties, look at all the different traits, and maybe pick out some promising varieties to do some breeding work in the future. And
you had a successful Kickstarter, right?
Yeah, we ran a Kickstarter only a couple of months ago. The Kickstarter was to raise money to fund this trial. So a bunch of people gave money and the reward was the book. So the book's going to be published in April.
Yeah.
So the money was to fund the trial because a lot of the information I learned here is going to go into the final chapter of the book.
Oh, okay. So I guess you've had okra before, right?
Yeah, I've had okra. You haven't.
I haven't had okra before. Is that weird?
Well, you're American, right?
Yeah.
Where did you grow up?
California.
It's pretty weird. It's weird that a British guy is doing an okra trial. It's weird that an American hasn't eaten okra before.
That's perfect.
So, yeah.
Maybe I could try okra.
There's definitely going to be a surplus of okra this year.
Yeah, for sure. Someone told me once I haven't lived till I had okra.
I might agree with that. I don't know. My life started when I was 26 then.
All right. helping out here, helping them plant all these 360 okras. Plus, it's supposed to rain any minute now. I see the clouds coming. I'm trying to hurry up here, do as much as I can while I have some time. Planting on this large of a scale, 360 plants, is a different ball game. Put in some drip tape for irrigation. All right, now we're talking. Yeah. Doesn't look like we're gonna get done with planting today. It's basically just prep time. So Chris is only planting okra on these 4 rows right here.
I'm gonna be excited once the okra's in the ground.
All right, I think this is just prep time, right?
Prep. Yeah.
It was a lot of work. I didn't think it was gonna be that work. I thought maybe we'd plant a lot, but I guess not.
To be honest, I was hoping to plant today.
Yeah.
But I'm always optimistic.
So when do you expect the book to be out?
So the book is due to be published April 2019.
Next year. Okay.
Next year. Yeah.
Awesome.
So all this work we're doing and all this growing over the summer will end up in the book, and then read about it next year.
So where can people find you? Where can people find information about okra?
Yeah, I'm keeping the updates on a website called indefenseofokra.com, and that's the name of the book, In Defense of Okra.
Okay.
And I'm sure you'll be back to film how the trial's going.
Definitely.
But I'll be posting updates on there as well. So
okay.
That's a good place to look.
Yeah, that's great, man. I can't wait to come back.
Yeah.
And
just imagine,
do a follow-up.
Yeah, lock this in your brain and then see what it's going to become. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, that's going to be great, man. I appreciate you letting me come out.
Thank you, Jason.
Yeah, thank
Always
you.
fun.
All right.